Hello and welcome to Pelican Crafts. I'm Brenda and I'm here today to show you my project for the design team for Paperomia. Today I am doing ephemera. I have 10 examples of ephemera that I'm going to show you and I hope you enjoy it. I am using Japan Blossoms. You can get this paper at paperomia.etsy.com. The listing number is 1711. 520146. There are 50 full-size pages in this kit, 15 double pages that you can fold in half and use as journals, 16 fabric and note pages, great for backing on the back side of the digital papers, and 9 pages of ephemera. This kit was put together by Kiati and her sister Samrida, and they are just fantastic. You can follow them on Instagram.com at Paperomia or on YouTube at Paperomia. They are just fantastic designers. So let's get cracking. The first one I'm going to show you today is a small journal. This is some of the journals, but I want to show you the paper. These are actually part of the kit. These are the two designs, or a 2-page design that you can fold in half, one for the front, one for the back. This one happens to be upside down, and I printed them two to a page, and there are just oodles and oodles of these designs to choose from, and these are the single sheets that you can print out full size also. So what I did was I took one of these that I had done 2 pages, like this one. I cut it out, printed it, cut it out. I did cut it, and the size that I cut it was, let me put my glasses on, 4.5 by 3.25. This is after I put it 2 pages to it, and I just looked at what I wanted on the design and I chose it. I folded it in half. I also printed one of those note and fabric pages on the back. I used my handy dandy smudger and smudged all the edges. Then what I did was I cut some paper, just regular white note paper. I happened to be using this one that I purchased at the Dollar Tree, and I just pulled out several pages to cut. I think I have 4 pages here. This is about a 1/4 inch smaller than what the cover is, so around 4 inches by 3 inches. I folded them in half, and then I tucked them inside here. Then what I did was I use a eraser, and I set this down and I punch the eraser right here on both ends, and then I turn it over. I squish the ends of those staples into the center, and we have a finished notebook similar to this one. They're all done. See the staples in the middle, the staples on the outside. What I did on this one, instead of leaving it straight edges, I did use one of my corner rounders. I think the 7mm was what I used, and I rounded the corners on everything. So you can either have it square or you can have it rounded. And then I went ahead and I embellished it a bit. I used some gauze, and I fussy cut these little bitty birds out of the designs. I printed them smaller, then I cut out the birds, and then I attached them. Let's see, do I have another one here? Nope, I think that's the only one I actually embellished. But you can put brads on here, you can put the little round white pearls on here. You can put anything on here you want. And I also cut out this word trust, and I glued that on there too. So that is number 1, the little journal books. And I do have this where I show it. This is a full size when it's cut. Just like that. And then I chose what I wanted, which would probably be about right here if I was to do this one, because those white flowers are gorgeous. But that's your choice. You can choose, pick and choose. This is for you. But again, a small journal that you can tuck in. I do have some pockets here. I was going to show you this in a little bit, but let me go ahead and fold this up to show you. This journal would fit in perfectly in that little pocket on your scrapbook page or on your journal page. So again, number one, journal page or a small journal. Number two is a hidden paper clip. These hidden paper clips are super easy to do. As you can see, I decorated this one with a little bit of gauze and a word inspire. This one I did not decorate yet. I did round the corners, and then I also used my handy dandy little sponger and sponged. And what you do with these is you just slide them over the page of a journal, and they help decorate a page. Very cute. So what I did on this, I took one of these, which I printed 6 images to a page. And you kind of have to be careful because this bird one, if you folded it, the bird would be upside down on the back. So you don't want to do that. You don't want to use an image for the same reason. This one's pretty good because it's just out there. It's a bunch of mishmash. Same with this one. The pagoda's not so good. Another bird one, a pagoda. She's gorgeous, but not good for this. This one is good because you have the umbrella here. So when you folded it over, the umbrella would be facing the right direction. So what I did was I cut this down to the size I wanted. And on this one it is, let's see, 3.5 inches by 2 3/8. So at 3.5 inches, I folded it at 1 3/4, and then I took my handy dandy white notebook paper again. I cut it a little bit larger than this because what you want to do is you want to take one of these when you fold it. Get a sheet of paper here. You want to, when you do it, you want to fold it over, and you want the paper bigger than your hidden paper clip. And you can make this hidden paper clip as wide as you want. This one, I'm thinking I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, so I'm going to cut it down. Good. Take about that much off. And you can make these any size. You can use a baby paper, a regular size paper clip, or you can use a big paper clip. You just have to use a bigger image when you use a bigger paper clip. So what we're going to do, we're going to fold this in half. We're going to slide our paper clip on there. And this is going to go up into the design paper, just like that. So the paper clip is hidden. And now we're going to glue it. So we're going to get tons and tons of glue on here. I like to do one side at a time. Center that paper clip like that. Then I'm going to just put oodles and oodles of glue on here. Probably more glue than I need, but I want to make sure that it's all covered. Then we're going to center this where we want it, and then we're going to snug it up at the top, and we're going to push down, and we're going to even it out. And I got that a little too high over there, so let's see if I can move it up. I can. So we're going to scrunch that in a little bit tighter and re-glue it. You can probably get away with doing that one time. Then we let it dry a bit. Move this out of the way so I don't ruin some paper. Then we're going to come over here and we're going to glue this side just as well. Make sure everything's glued really good. We're going to squish it down. See, I got lots of glue on me. And if you don't know, I hate dirty fingers. I really hate dirty fingers. Then we're going to come back and we're going to cut this off. We're going to get our Distress Oxide ink from Tim Holtz. That's my favorite go-to. Use whatever you are used to using. And I just like to make it a little vintagey. So I just go right around. And voila, it's done. And to decorate it, again, you could use a little bit of this gauzy, let's see here, trying to get a good spot, and I like to make it a little bit vintagey looking too, and then you just snip a piece off. It doesn't have to be a science project, just kind of snip it. I'm going to put a little glue here. Then I'm just going to kind of squish this all up. Stick it on there so it sticks. And then I have a bunch of words over here. I have small ones, I have medium size. Just have a bunch of words that I will be using throughout. And what I'm going to use today is I'm going to cut out this word explore. And I print these off full size and then in multiple sizes depending on what I'm going to be using the words for. Sometimes you want them big, sometimes you want them small. Today we're doing small. And then I'm going to do the edges on that, just to get rid of the stark white that kind of shows through a little bit. Add a little bit more glue. And there you go. Your hidden paper clip is decorated. You can take it now and put it on your journal page. It's all done, ready to go. These are so quick and easy. You can sit and do a bunch of them in one day, and it doesn't take you any time at all. Okay, clean up my mess a little bit here. Oh, you know, I forgot about him. We could have put him on there too, little butterfly. You could have used your ink and took off some of the brightness. All right, now this next one's a little bit longer. And what I made on this one is I have templates here of 3 different file folders. The left side, the middle, and the right side. And what I did was I cut them out of paper. Now, I wasn't supposed to show that one. But since this is my practice one, I printed on the back side by mistake. But they're supposed to be pretty on the inside like that. And I used different sheets of paper. What I did was I used a template, and I just figured out what I wanted on here, whether I wanted the roses or the blossoms down here, whether I wanted part of that, the writing up there, whether I wanted a pagoda. You can get most of the pagoda. If you printed it bigger, you'd probably get it all, or quite a bit on the top. I'm cutting the top off. If I was to use this, I would just cut around here, and voila, I have one of my file folders. And what I did was I put on my blog, pelicancraftslongbeach.blogspot.com, these file folder are on there for you to be able to pull up and use. You can print it off. It's the right size. They're exactly the right size here. So they're very easy to do. And then you have your own templates that you can use in the future. I printed it on cardstock so that they'd be easy to use. Okay, so that was the file folders. And after you have 3 of them here, you can decorate them if you want. And I took this one and I decorated it a little bit. Since there's blues and pinks in here, I used some little gems to decorate it with some little pink ribbon. So that's that. And then I created a pocket. And we're going to be measuring this pocket. Again, the pocket design is here. It is the correct size. The pocket is 3 3/4 inches wide and 4 1/8 inches long. And then you do score it at 2 2 1/8 inches. It gives you that little room in there for all those file folders. And then I tell you how you do it. And then you just stick your little file folders in here. Oops, there we go. And then you can put that in a pocket. Where'd my little pocket go I had earlier? This one may not be big enough. Oh, it is. You can put it in the pocket and it will fit in your journal just fine. You can use a bigger pocket also. All right. Project number 3 done. I'm moving along a little bit faster than I thought I would. Oh, this was some of the paper I had printed out that you can use for the pocket. Aren't those just gorgeous prints? Then the next one I'm going to do is a banner. And you can do these banners with small paper clips, large paper clips, medium, large, small safety pins. It's whatever you want to do. They're super easy, and I'll be showing you how. What I did was this was on here. This is one of the washi tape pages in the Ephemera pack. Isn't that gorgeous? I just cut a piece of washi tape out. It does happen to fit exactly on the larger paper clips. What I did here is I folded it over. You put it on the part, you put it on the part of the paper clip that does not have the edge. So you kind of just slip it on like that, and then you go over here and you glue it down. Again, be generous with the glue. That didn't want to work, did it? Okay. And then I just notched the end. I measured where the center was and I cut from the edge up to the center so that both sides are pretty close together. And now it's ready to be decorated. See, I think that will fit just perfectly there like this one. But before I do that, glue it down, I want to, I think I'm going to use this. I'm going to thread this through. If my fingers work, I'm going to thread it through like that to where the dangle comes down to the bottom, maybe. There we go. And then this is up here. Then we're going to glue this down here. Oh, that's not going to work. That is not going to work. Okay, well, nice to know. Should have tried that before I did this, huh? Okay. There we go. That one's not going to work, but we're going to put this on here. So let's glue that on. For a little decoration. And then you can put anything on here. You can put, like I did, one of these little teardrop safety pins with a charm. Or you could, let's see, you could put a flower on there. Let's try that. I thought I had one cut out. Nope, it disappeared on me. So we're going to cut this little off. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of take off some of that brightness. And then put him over here like that. And whoops. Like I said, my fingers don't want to cooperate some days. There we go. We're just going to put that little butterfly right there. We're going to come back up here and we're going to trim off the extra. Again, I wrote on the back of this one, this is my sample, so I'm not too concerned about it. If I was going to put that in a scrapbook, I would make sure, or not a scrapbook, journal, I would make sure that I had that cut right, or not writing on the back side. Okay, there we go. Let's see. Trying to think. I know if we had like a sequin or something, we could put something out there to make it a little bit more. But that's it. They're easy to do. Same thing with the paper clip or the safety pin. You crease it over. It fits on there. You glue it down. And then you decorate it any way you want. I'm going to try adding this key to it. See if I can get it glued on here and stick. There we go. It's decorated a little bit. And then you put it into your book. I did it wrong. Let's take it apart. I meant to mention this. You do not want to put it on the part that opens. You want to put it on the part that actually is permanent in there. That's not open. Otherwise you can't get it on your scrapbook page. Some more glue since that fell off when I turned it upside down. Sometimes you have to hold those keys on there a little bit longer than normal. They're a little heavier, they're liable to come off, but then you just attach it to your page with the part of the paper clip that does come out, or a safety pin that does come out. So those are banners. You can also put those in pockets too, as a pull out, have your little pocket. Let me see, let me show you. You can have it tucked in here, and then people pull it out and they find a banner, and then they can write on the back of it for a little journal card. All right, talk about pockets. I have a couple of different ones. This is the pocket sheet that comes with the Japan Blossoms digital kit. I cut them out. Well, actually, I printed them, some of them the size that they are on here, and then I printed some that were larger because I just like things in multiple sizes. And then I decorated a couple of them with some ribbon around here. This one has the word love on it. You can also, if you want, like this one, these two are the same. If you wanted to, you could layer it double. Put some more rickrack around the edge here. And then you have a double pocket. You have a pocket here that will work and a pocket here that will work. So you can either have single or double. If your design paper allows it, you can also overlap these. Let me see, like this, and have a double pocket. You could have a pocket here and a pocket here, and you could double lap them like that. It all depends on your design paper. To me, since I'm using the same print as this, it looked kind of funny if I turned it upside down. That's why I went with the double layer instead. But these are easy to do, easy peasy to decorate. You can put some gauze on here. You can put, I just put a tiny word on here. You could also put something like never give up on there. There's just oodles of ways to decorate these to your heart's content. Kiati and Samrita gave us some excellent pockets. I did not cut these out, but these are great pockets also. These you cut the, fold it up, you got your pocket. So those are great. I did want to show you the next sheet. This is what they call their dot stickers. They're circles and they're beautiful. I took and printed this off twice in a larger size. Actually, two larger sizes. And what I did was I took this one and I cut it in half, one of the pieces, and I glued it down here to make a pocket. So now you have a round pocket. I printed off some of their tags, stuck them in here, along with some of their ephemera, the floral ephemera that they have in the kit. They're just gorgeous. So I stuck a couple pieces of that in here, and you have a pocket. Very easy to do. Again, you can decorate this pocket. Oh, there it is. You can use the pink rickrack here, which would go very nicely. Some white rickrack. Let's turn it right side up. There we go. Come on, there. That would be pretty on there. Some small ribbon or bigger ribbon, doesn't matter. Whatever you prefer, it's your choice. It's your design. There is no right or wrong. Or you could take some lace and put some lace on there too. All of it's just gorgeous. And then whatever you want to put down here. Again, you could put one of these little flowers down here. Well, let's cut that off. Let's see what it looks like when we get rid of the stem. The stems aren't long enough to count them as a stem. So there we go. Let's color a little bit of this again. Cut it out. Put it on here. Take some of the bright white off this. Add some glue. Glue down your gauze. And then glue down your flower. If you wanted to, you could use some of these little flowers, and put a pink flower on there. That would look very pretty too on top of that. This is I found at the Dollar Tree, one of our little stores in town that carries quite a bit of crafting stuff. Put that on there. Oops. Does not want to stay. Probably, well, this is art glitter glue that I'm using, so Maybe it just needs to be held in place for a minute. And then you have a little bit of an embellishment on there and a pocket that you can use. So that's our circular pockets made with the dot stickers, our half pockets here, or tuck spots if you want to call them a tuck spot, made out of those. Then I have some that I cut out. These are pockets. I have a die that I purchased from scrapbook.com that has 4 different sizes. It has the huge size, the medium size, the small size, and the tiny size pockets. Easy way to do a pocket, then you decorate it any way you want. They come with, they score it all for you, so all you have to do is just pull it down and your pocket is ready to go. I think that's gorgeous, made with the bamboo paper. That is just gorgeous. Okay, come on, there we go. Isn't that pretty? And this bird, I love birds, so I just had to cut out a bird one. And again, you can print this paper any size you want on your printer. So if you wanted this bird, but you wanted him to fit this size, no problem, you can do that. But those are the 4 sizes that comes with the die set from scrapbook.com. Oops, there we go. 4 different sizes. Did I miss one? No, don't think so. That's it. All right. Well, that's our pockets. All of them are easy to do. Not too much time. The hardest part is figuring out how you want to decorate them. My next one here is a tag. I took some of this gorgeous paper that is provided, chose which part of the tag which part of the paper I wanted the tag to be, and I made them in 3 different sizes. And I'm going to show you my lazy way of deciding what the top should look like. Years ago, Stampin' Up! Had these tag toppers. There's 3 of them here. I'm going to show you all 3 of them. A quick and easy way. These are not available anymore, so please don't go asking your Stampin' Up! Dealer if you can have them. So I'm going to slide this in. It's 2 inches wide. Press down, and you got a tag. Now, how simple is that? I'll tell you what, some days simple is what I need. Okay, this is a 2-inch tag, or you can make it a different size tag too. I'm going to use this one, I think, for nope. Yeah, this one. You just stick it in the middle. Like that. There we go. And it gives you a different little tag on top. And then this one. So they're all different sizes, but they are gorgeous. They are simple. So if you run across one of these and you are being lazy like me, they're great. Now to get to the tags that come with the kit, Kiati and her sister Samria provided us with a sheet of 9 tags. Now I print these every size you can think of. That's the size that they are normally. I printed them bigger and I printed them smaller. So whatever size you want. And I printed them on cardstock. I did, on many of them, put some of the design paper on the back, and then you can write on it, or you can leave them blank and you can write on journal on them also. And I decorated a few of them. This one has a little turtle with some white rickrack. This one has a flower with some pink ribbon. This one has some pink rickrack. I doubled it, so there's 4 things up there, and the word love. So these are easy to cut out. The design is very nice, and just love using them. Like I said, I cut them in several different sizes, and they go everywhere. You can put them in pockets. There's that little pocket I was missing earlier. I thought I had 2 the same size. See? It got covered up. Isn't that cute for a tiny pocket? But just perfect for a small tag, or even the one slightly bigger. So those are our tags today. Next I have is this little flip. Kiati and Samrita gave us this sheet of Polaroid images. I blew them up, printed them larger, just cut out the full image. I did not get the Polaroid edge around them. And you can back it on this kind of paper or any kind of paper, or cut them out of that paper if you'd rather have a floral image and not a personal image. And this is what I did. I printed it twice, cut them out for front and back. Then I used my handy dandy white paper again and made it 1/4 of an inch smaller than my picture. The measurements I did on these, come on, get ribbon this stuck, is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. So the white paper would be 2 5/8. Whoops, I'm sorry. Yeah, 2 5/8 by 3 5/8. And then I have this handy dandy little punch. I love punches. I punched this hole. Let me show you what this looks like. Isn't that just great? You can put ribbon through it so easy. And that's what I did. I punched it. I punched all the white pages that go in it. And I'm going to put it together for you. I did sponge the edges again with my handy dandy little sponge tool. So let's start at the back. Now I do have to say I have not tried getting this ribbon through here, so this may be a little bit of a challenge for me. Whoop, there we go. And through this hole. Come on. Then we're going to put it through our paper. Snug it up here. There we go. Then we're going to put it through our front card. Again, I did the front and the back on cardstock just to make it a little bit stiffer. And this is great for journaling, as a little notepad to put in your pocket. It just adds a little bit of something to your journal. I was afraid of that. Okay, come here. There we go. And when you start playing with this rickrack, it kind of frays. So I like to go back in and snip off the end pieces just so we don't have any fraying. And we have a little pocket with uneven bowls. There we go. Evened it up a bit. So that's easy to do too. Just print off the pictures that you want or cut them out of a full-size sheet of designer paper or patterned paper. That flower would be gorgeous. Any of the flowers would be gorgeous on the front of it. And you have a little notepad. All right, we're getting down towards the end. These are journal cards. Again, I had printed the images, 6 to a page, and I cut some of them out. I just sponged the edges, decorated a couple of them, and the journal cards are ready to go. Just stick them in one of our little pockets and off you go. This one I printed a little bit larger for a larger pocket, a larger journal area, decorated it a little bit. Again, very easy. You can take any image that you want from any of our designs and put on here. You can just move that around anywhere you want. Or you can just shrink it down and get the whole picture on there, like I did. Very pretty journal cards. Look at that. Aren't those gorgeous? I'm going to have a ton of journal cards when I get done. My last, but not the least, is a belly band. A belly band you put in a journal and you slide things under. Say this is a little booklet. You could slide the little booklet under here. It stays in place under the belly band. You can decorate the belly band as much as you want. It's all up to you on what you want to do with it. So I'm going to use this as my journal right now. So you choose on here, this was the top, you choose whether you want to glue the edge to the edge like this and down here, and you would cut it off and just glue it this size, which is I think 1.5 inches. Yeah, it's 1.5 inches. Probably would need to go on a little bit bigger journal than this. You'd probably want 1 inch one on this one. But you can glue it to the top like that and to the bottom and cut it off. Or you can actually fold this over. Then it may make it a little bit more sturdy, especially if you're putting a heavier item in underneath it so that this doesn't pop off. You fold it over, and then on this side of the page you would cover that up with something over there, like maybe a hidden paper clip or a flower or something like that that you don't want to be there. And then you would do the same thing down here. You would flip it over and then you would glue it on the back, and you can still slide a hidden paper clip in there, put a hidden paper clip on there. You can do a lot of things with the belly band. So those are my 10 Ephemera items today. I hope you enjoyed it. Be sure to check out Kiati and her sister Samriti on their Facebook page and their YouTube page at Paperomia, their Instagram page at Paperomia, and check out their Etsy store, paperomia.etsy.com. Have a great day. See you soon.